Hey there, welcome to Fund to Money, your 24/7 buddy for all your money matters. You're watching our weekly video feature, Mutual Fund Q&A, which we bring every week. And we take up a viewer question. This time we are taking up a question by FastTrack. He wants to know about an investment in SBI Magnum Tax Gain, and he wants us to respond. We have actually responded in the channel, but we thought we'll share our response in this video feature. So we'll be back very shortly with the question and the answer. Don't go away. Welcome back. Welcome to Fund to Money, your 24/7 buddy for all your money matters. You're watching Mutual Fund Q&A. We were talking about a question which one of our viewers has sent to us some time back. That's by FastTrack. FastTrack wants to know, FastTrack has done investment in SBI Magnum Tax Gain scheme, and the investment was done earlier this year, and being an equity-linked savings scheme, it's got a three-year lock-in. Now, FastTrack wants to know whether the investment was okay, and what happens if there is some kind of a reversal of fortune, which means basically if the investment doesn't do well, there's some impact on the principal. What does he do? So here's the answer which we gave to FastTrack in very short. We think that the investment, the scheme is absolutely okay. This is one of the oldest schemes, but then it's a market-linked product, which FastTrack mentioned in his the question. And in a market-linked scheme, you really past is never an indicator of future performance. So there have been many equity-linked saving schemes where you have done really well and people have invested, and then during the period of the lock-in period, things haven't gone as well as people had expected. These things happen really, and there isn't much you can do about it. As long as you have seen in the past how things have done, you then invest with confidence. And remember, there's a three-year lock-in period. Now, what should you do? This is something which we have covered in the past. Then what should you do if things are not going on well? So in the 3-year period, you can't do a thing. After the three-year period, you need to check out why has the scheme not done well. Is it because equity funds in general have not done well? How have they performed vis-a-vis their benchmark? Each scheme has its own benchmark, so you compare it with that. See how it has done. Your scheme has done vis-a-vis other equity-linked saving schemes. If things have you're very dissatisfied, then probably you need to move on to an equity scheme, because the lock-in period is over. But remember, if you're doing a systematic investment plan, then every installment has got a 3-year lock-in period. So you'll probably have to keep that in mind. So some of them would be, some of those investments you made over a period of time would be out of the lock-in period, but some won't be. I beg your pardon. So that's something you need to keep in mind. But remember, the key thing is to stay invested in equity funds, equities. Over a long period of time, 90% of your return gets determined by the asset class you're in. So equities, if they're giving you 14% over the long term, say 10, 15-year period, 90% of that, 90%, suppose you get a return, let's put it this way. Suppose your investments grow at say 15%, 90% of that will be determined by the fact that which asset class you have invested in. Now, if we are talking about 15%, it's almost definite that we are talking about equities, because fixed deposit or fixed income or debt investments don't give you that kind of return. So you want double digit, that too in India. Chances are that you need to invest in equity funds. So what happens, even if your ELSS doesn't do well, you can always move on to equity funds, and make sure you do that, serve out that time. You need 8 to 10 years in an equity investment, that's equity funds, for you to get the returns which equities give. So this is roughly what you need to do. Don't worry too much. This is not a lot of times, remember, even an average, which an equities give, even an average return is a great return. It's better than what some people do, sell and go and invest in a fixed deposit or something like that. Don't do that. We hope you found this useful. And if you come here for the first time, why don't you subscribe to our channel? Follow us on our various social media network pages and go to our site www.fundomoney.com. If you have comments, you can plug it in the comment section. And till the next edition of our mutual fund Q&A, take very good care of yourself and goodbye.